Ah, good evening, Vikram. How are you?
I am perfectly fine. I hope you are also doing fine.
Yes. Good to see students are waiting there.
Yeah.
Shall we start, or we
We'll
should
just
wait for
wait
some time?
for a minute. A very warm welcome
Okay.
to all the students and their parents if anybody are attending our session today. And I am the Director of Admissions for Jindal Global Business School, along with my colleague, Professor Sanjeev Kumar, who is the Assistant Dean for the BBA Honors Financial Markets Program. Invite you jointly for today's session, and we would be starting soon. It's exact 7:30 now. So in the meantime, when we start, I have two requests to make to all of the participants today. Number one, we are here for you all a Sunday evening, and we appreciate that you are also present to have insights on the financial markets, the program what we have launched this year, how the future looks to be in coming years of this particular sector. And secondly, please switch on your cameras if you are not traveling elsewhere. Make it more interactive so that we not only talk to each other, but we do see each other as well. So if in case you do not have any bandwidth issues, you are suggested to switch on the cameras, and then we can have a better interaction with each other. I can see some of the numbers are rising up, and we hope to have an enriching session today. So Vrishnan, yes, I can remember this name. Hey Vrishnan, how are you?
I'm good.
Great to see you. I remembered we have only spoken until now and exchanged WhatsApp messages, correct?
Yes.
Great to see you. And so the whole purpose, friends and dear students and the respected parents, of arranging this session was, as we all do, we all notice that we all have lot many queries, and we like to understand the field where we are deciding to move ahead. As the philosophy of OP Jindal Global University and the Jindal Global Business School goes, we always want that the doubts, if any, are to be resolved in the first instance. We are we are a global university. Just to give you a background, OP Jindal Global University was started in year 2009, and we started the university with the 5-year law program. We launched the Jindal Global Business School, followed by Jindal School of Government and Public Policy, Liberal Arts and Humanities, School of Banking and Finance, and at present, we have 12 schools overall at JGU. Very recently, Jindal Global University in year 2020 was adjudged as the #1 private university by the QS World University Ranking. We are among the top 700 universities of the world, and OP Jindal Global University is also recognized as an institution of eminence. Just to give you an idea, if you are not aware about what exactly is institution of eminence, let me just help everyone. The Government of India, MHRD, UGC, they took on an initiative to identify the list of 10 government and 10 private universities in India, which are doing some remarkable work in the field of higher education, which many are not doing. Out of those so many private universities, 10 universities were shortlisted, and I am very excited and happy to inform all of you that OP Jindal University is among the 3 universities which have been awarded the Institution of Eminence status until now. One is your OP Jindal University, second is your Shiv Nadar University, and your third university is your
Geo, I believe. Yeah,
It's Pilani. So friends, we are here to speak a lot about this particular program. Jindal Global Business School introduced three new courses this year in the field of undergraduation. We started the BBA Honors in Business Analytics. We launched the 3-year program in BBA Honors in Financial Markets. And we also introduced the 3-year BBA Honors program in Family Business. So, as I mentioned earlier, we are today to discuss about the prospects and the future, how we foresee the course of financial markets hold in near future. I believe some of you, as I can remember, few of the names who are already present on the screen, you would have attended our pre-prestige session program, which was started between 9th July to 22nd of July, where we interacted separately and told you about the different facets of curriculum, about our multidisciplinary program, cross electives, internships, and the study abroad initiatives. As the middle name goes, OP Jindal Global University, the word global is very important for all of us. When we say global, we are global in three different ways. Most important factor for being said to be global is our curriculum. What we aim to teach you is future. How we want to teach you is second most important thing, because we do not follow the age old practices. Rather, we try to bring on some very innovative pedagogical changes. And third, and the most important part, is the global exposure which comes through the study abroad programs. We offer a range of study abroad initiatives which range from short term to medium term and long term collaborations. We offer summer schools, we offer your pathway programs, we offer semester exchange opportunity in different courses. So I have been joined by my fellow colleague, Professor Sanjeev. Professor Sanjeev is presently, I think, Sanjeev, there would be a different time at your place. You are in Ukraine, if I remember correctly.
Yes, yes, it's correct. It's like 5-7 here, and I believe it's 7:37 there in India, right?
Yes. So
Yeah.
I hope you are having a good time over there. You are safe.
Yeah, I'm safe. So things are nice. So, like, because vacations are going on, sessions are online, so things can be handled in like little easy manner. Though on the other side, it's tough because students cannot come to the campus. We cannot come to the campus. That's the sad side of it. We believe that soon campus will be open and we all can enjoy and meet face to face. We know that for how much time we have not meet face to face. That's irony. But yeah, see, there's some brighter side and there is some bad side. But like, okay, enjoying in whatever ways we can. That's what we should do. Very
Absolutely.
happy to see. Yeah, very happy to see this big crowd, and we hope to see
Exactly.
hope to have a nice session.
Yes, indeed, it's been an enriching experience, because that is what we all can do as of now in the limited capacity. But yes, nevertheless, information should flow, and that is our purpose. That students, you are our future brand ambassadors. Whether you join Jindal University or you don't join Jindal University, but you should know what exactly is a program like financial markets is. We all have different choices to make, and you would be definitely applying to multiple locations. But as I rightly said, more options, more confusions. And here we are today to help take up your questions if you have already been shortlisted for the first class, which comprises of 40 students in this particular program. We have launched this program and the total intake will be around 40. There will be one section of 40 students in all the three: business analytics, family business, and the financial market course. And as we said, we look forward to, first of all, help our student community understand the curriculum, the pedagogy, the teaching practices, so that tomorrow when you decide to enter into this particular course, you are fully aware of the direction in which you are heading. Our courses are futuristic. in terms of enabling you to give a right platform for providing with a job opportunity, even after if you plan to take up a job after doing your BBA program. We are very focused on 2 3 things in terms of diversity. Students, let me tell you, if you are not aware, OP Jindal University is a fully residential campus where close to 7,000 odd students they reside. We have students coming in from more than 25 states and union territories of the country. We have a very healthy student male female ratio of nearly 50% males and 50% females. What makes us different is one more feature is that we follow a student is to faculty ratio of 1 is to 9. This is not something which is very common, and very few universities in the entire Asia follow this student faculty ratio. The main purpose of this healthy ratio is to give our students an opportunity to interact in a very personal manner with the faculty members. The average age of the professors over here at Jindal Global Business School and OP Jindal University is around 38 to 40 years. Now you might be thinking, how is this average age of 38 or 40 years beneficial to me? Now let me tell you, as you can see two of us on the screen, we are nearly just double of your age. At least I am just double. Maybe Professor Sanjeev is not even 40.
Yes.
But
maybe in some time.
Yes. But
5-6
what?
years more to follow.
Oh, yes. So let me tell you, friends, these all things make us connect the faculty members to the students in a much better manner. What we are trying to teach you, how we are trying to teach you are all the new age practices. We understand you much better than a person who would be in his early 50s. So there is a rapid change in the shift in the education scenario. Many of the practices, and as we said, we are a global university. We are very proud that only in 10 years of time, we are adjudged as an institution of eminence. We are a non-sciences university. And as we said, we look forward for a very enriching session today. Now, I would request my colleague, after giving you a background about the university and the school, to please introduce himself, and then we will take up the session forward. Over to you, Professor Sanjeev.
Thanks, Vikram. Thanks for such a nice introduction. I believe this is very beneficial for the students, the way you have explained the importance of age, the guidance, and the way you have introduced our university to them. Maybe I'll be also introducing, but the way that you have set the background is very nice. So I would like to say good evening to all of the students, parents who are there, okay, and all the support staff of Vikram as well. And we have already said hi to each other. See, students, this is Professor Sanjeev, and I have been associated with this university for almost 4 years now. Okay, I have completed my PhD from National Institute of Industrial Engineering, Mumbai. Before that, I was into the Delhi University. Then I was associated with Gautam Buddha University for my MBA. I would like to tell you my path, okay, that how I have started my journey, education journey, and how I have learned that how a student should think about the studies, okay, how they should take up. I'll just take a minute to explain you, give a background of my institutions. Okay, so NITI Mumbai is among the top colleges, business colleges in India. It is the #1 college into the operations management area into whole of India, even above than IIM Ahmedabad or any institution in India that is present right now. And that legacy is maintained for at least 30-40 years. The college was set up with the international UNDP collaborating with Indian government. So it's an autonomous body, it's an autonomous institution working under government of India. So it's a college where you can learn that how you evolve yourself. Okay, that's about National Institute of Industrial Engineering, where I've studied my PhD. I'll go back to my time, which you are gonna start, which is Delhi University. I started my education in Bachelor of Sciences, and I completed that. And my subjects were PCM, that is physics, chemistry, and mathematics. And I was very interested in mathematics at that point of time. Why I am giving you all these details, I will come to them just in 5 minutes. So I have taken that. I have done my graduation, and I was very confused at what to pursue now. Then over the period of time, I took a gap of 1 or 2 years. At that point of time, I tried to work with like some companies, worked as a tutor for students, taught students, school children, etc. Basically, what I was trying to do is find myself. Okay, and it is very difficult to find yourself at a young age. Okay, you go at an age of like 20, you think yourself that okay, you are now tall and you look big. That means you have like you are now a person who is mature. But believe me, the more you grow, the more you learn. Okay, it's not a rocket science. Okay, basically you see each and everything. Like see here, Vikram is having more experience than me in terms of university, that how he handles students, how he talk to you people and all. And also he is bigger to me in age. Okay, and his experiences, for me at least, if I like talk to him, I will learn something from him. Okay, it happens each and every time, though people discuss ideas with each other, they discuss, everybody learns from everybody, maybe young or experienced, but we definitely learn more because there are high chances that a person who is old in age might have higher experience. Okay, this, because that doesn't hold, that is not true in all the cases, that is why I'm saying might. Okay, so then I joined my master's program, and I was very serious about it. In graduation, sometimes students are not very serious. Okay, but I was running out of time. I was feeling that okay, I have taken enough time now. In masters, I have to do well. Okay, and I like did very well. I studied very hard into my master's program, and as a result of that, I cleared my scholarship, all government scholarship that I have been taken to the Institute, National Institute of Industrial Engineering. I reached there. I completed my PhD in time. And one fine day, I received my offer as an assistant professor to OP Jindal University, which is a very good paymaster, which is a very good university to work in. And I would also share the journey, my journey with the university into the last 4 years. So, as a finance person, now I am also an investor into the stock market, and I would be coming all these terms which might be looking new to you and which you would be learning over the period of time, and why I'm taking all this thing, how I will start my topic, the financial world. I'll come to all of that. See, I have never seen a university which has grown multiple folds in 4 years. This is my life with the university. 4 years is my life with the university. Vikram might have little more years here, maybe like 6 or 7 years. And the university in actual started in 2009. Okay, and it's like around 12 years, which is, I have never seen a university in India which has grown at this pace. Okay, see, when I entered the university, believe me, this QS rankings, we have just started to enter that QS rankings. That's I entered that year, and we entered first 1,000. Okay, and every year we have made a jump of 100. We rise up to at least 100 rankings. So we are now under 700. In that period, we have received this this Institute of Eminence and #1 private university tag in India as well. When I joined Jindal Global Business School, there were only 27 to 28 faculties. Now we are more than 100. And believe me, the recruitment interviews that I attend, I know there are at least 20 to join more. Okay. See, when you want to invest into a particular stock, you see the growth potential there. Okay, you invest where you put your 1 rupee there, And then 1 rupee is going to turn up into 10 rupees, 20 rupees, or 30 rupees or more. So the pace at which this university is growing is definitely give you your your growth in terms of your academics, in terms of your learning, a multiple fold rise. See, if you would know that Wipro is a very famous company, okay, and there are other companies as well, but this famous example that I give into my class, I have to take to that era where like even Reliance, etc., these were not that big companies. If somebody would have invested into like 100 or 50 shares at the around 1990, okay, or maybe 2000, so that person might be a millionaire, okay, might be a millionaire with those 100 or 200 shares, because that company has grown multiple fold, okay. And this is how much growth you can estimate, this how much growth potential is there. So somebody who has estimated the right growth potential of Wipro at that point of time has grown, might already be a very rich person, okay, in terms of the wealth that they are creating. Now, from here, I will start my topic, the financial world, and how it is important for wealth creation, okay, and how you can understand this financial world better by understanding this all financial terms, or by joining this course. I would not tell you from this particular university now, I would tell you that what are the aspects that you should look in for, okay. I would not tell you that, okay, you come to Jindal University or you join here, like, okay, I would try to give you some information on the basis of which you should evaluate the universities, and you should choose the best for yourself. That is your job. That is, I would be either teaching you here or either be teaching you in the class, okay, with my colleagues for sure. Okay, see how it happens, how finance is important for you, okay. Anybody in this world, okay, anybody in this world, okay, the single person, not a single person is not living without a wage. Every person is trying to earn some salary, wage, etc., or at least some profits. If you're a businessman, you would earn profit, okay. Like people like me and Vikram, we are earning our salaries. Some people who are there into the business, see, salary is a different thing, but what we do with this salary, how we manage this salary is a challenge for us, okay. Whether we invest it, how we keep the pace with the inflation, okay, how we secure our future, that's the need irrespective of our careers. I teach finance, okay. Even if I would be professor of marketing, I still need to know that how to manage my money, okay. And even Vikram, though he is not teaching, he is the director of admissions, he is dealing with you people and telling you, guiding you, do counseling for you people, but he is still in need, or he has already learned that financial concept, the bare minimum concept, that at least he requires to invest his money and to grow at a pace more than inflation, okay. So I would be taking 10-15 minutes more, and then I would be opening slots for you to ask you your questions, and for parents as well, okay. So first of all, the first point that I took, that everybody should learn finance, okay. So by this, when I'm saying that salary, wages, investment, and I'm talking about these terms, this is a requirement. This is a requirement. That means there's a huge demand into the world, huge demand into the world, that at least we want to know, we want to have people who have this understanding of finance, or these technical terms, to who the people who know these terms, okay, so that the world can be managed better. Like we gave you the example that university is growing at a very good pace, okay. One more industry that has grown over the period of time is banking industry, okay. So in banking industry, when you see that how multiple fold this banking industry has grown over the period of years, okay, whosoever is there, in any region you're sitting in India, you might have seen that only few banks were there 10 years before or 15 years before. The number of banks increasing is not without persons. We need persons not only sitting into the branch, we need technical support staff for them. We need background operations people who hold these financial details, etc. So all these jobs are being created. Data analytics, for that matter, is the job which is like into the buzz. But where is this data coming from? Where is this big data coming from? This all data is coming from your bigger markets, stock markets, etc., which is now recorded on the basis of tick to tick. To be coming into a more simpler language is even microseconds are recorded, trades are changing. Okay, this is how money changes hands, and this data has to be secured. Okay, this is our need. Which is the most what is the thing that you preserve most? Okay, into your houses, into your banks, etc. The one thing that you worry most about is your money. Okay, and this is where our uh, our education about finance comes important. So when I'm saying all these things, my emphasis is on the demand, and how much demand is there into this particular field. I call this field an evergreen field, because there would always be demand. Whatever happens, even in such a pandemic, okay, you would see that our market has rose up to a level of 16,000. That is our national stock exchange. And believe me, just a year back, okay, when pandemic has hit the market of Indian market, so that market was like around 10,000, 11,000 level. Okay, it went down a bit. That was a normal reaction to the COVID pandemic. Okay, and it rose up to the level of 16,000. Okay, so that has grown up to 50%. Okay, Bombay Stock Exchange, okay, has grown more than 10,000 points. Why I'm talking about National Stock Exchange? Because it is the biggest stock exchange in India. Few people might be thinking that Bombay Stock Exchange is the biggest stock exchange in India. It's not actually. National Stock Exchange is the biggest stock exchange in India, which has maximum volumes. Maximum volumes means the number of people trading there. That's very important. So one thing that I want to make you clear, that when you pursue any study, you want reliability. That you want that when you go into a job, your job should not be lost. Okay, whatever be the circumstances, your job should not be lost. And this is one job where I have find security. Okay, where I find this there would be a demand. Okay, this is an addition. Okay, first thing is you can manage yourself, your salary, where to put in your money, in which bank you need to put your money. Either you want to put your money into fixed deposit, recurring deposits, mutual funds, okay, stock market, Bombay Stock Exchange, or if you have other modes, you want to invest into foreign market, that's also an option. But you would only understand these options if you have some primary or basic knowledge. And believe me, till your school level, you would not be able to learn so much. Okay, one thing is you become financially independent, maybe because you start to get some money out. Okay, your parents also want you to grow, so they might be opening you an account to understand at least a mutual fund. Nowadays mutual fund can be opened at a 500 rupees only. Okay, but what are the nuances of mutual fund? Okay, everybody talks about mutual fund. What a mutual fund for a normal person, and what is a mutual fund for me as a finance person? So we'll come to that. So right now I would try to answer this question, that how students can make a career in finance. You have seen that how many terms I've used banking industry, I have used this mutual funds, I have talked about stock markets, and I have talked about this big data that is being recorded. These all are the opportunities every employer would prefer a person who has some financial understanding, because this data is such a data which has to be handled by a professional. Okay, not by any person who doesn't know or who doesn't understand, who doesn't understand that what is the importance of this data. So this is why student should take interest into finance. Okay, at least at a graduation level. Okay, they should try to understand and also for those students who are thinking of making their career into management. Okay, so all these fields are open for you. You name me an industry. Every company has accounts department. Okay, every company should have a chartered accountant for themselves. Every company should have a designated company secretary for them. So these are the few jobs that are being taken outside for these accounting fields. The world is like, okay, few people are there, not enough established colleges are there. So people try to do them side by side with the courses which they are doing. Okay, now come to other things. Now come to the banking industry. Now come to the marketing officer into the bank. Now come to the relationship officer into the bank. Now come to the relationship officer into a mutual fund. Now come to an investment banker into a bank. Okay, I used to hear when I joined my MBA, I used to hear one term, universal banking. So universal banking, a lot of students know other things that what banks do, but universal banking is not common for all. Universal banking is now banks are going to turn universal, which are going to provide you all the services from opening your account or presenting a company into a stock market. That means helping a company to get listed into the stock market, to the IPO. Okay, and all the things that are possible into the financial world, the bank can provide you as a service provider to you. Okay, this is how banks are going to evolve into the future, and believe me, this process in India is yet to happen. The growth that you have seen is just maybe a trailer kind of a thing. The main thing is going to come, the kind of workforce that we are going to create into India. When we say that India is going to be world leader in the future 10 years or 15 years, there is some point into them, and there are requisites for that. It's not coming without that. Okay, we say that India is going to world leader, it's not going to happen like that. It is going to happen only when the crowd and when the students like you would grow big into the industry, understand the industry well. Okay, there would be enough people to guide you. Okay, because without guidance, believe me, any student cannot grow up to their potential. Wherever we have reached, okay, today is also the contribution of our teachers. Okay, and I believe like Vikram would definitely agree to me on this, that okay, whatever we are today is because of our teachers back at that point of time. Whatever limited resources they had at that point of time, they have tried using those resources and at least create some good students. Okay, everybody have different interests, so we people are moving to a different industry, but we are giving our best into the job that into the role that we have given. Okay, and which we have chosen for ourselves. So first thing is, there are a lot of opportunity to the financial world, and you just need a right education to get into there. Okay, and I have named a few, and there is every you cannot find any job, any company, or any investment opportunity. I have told about you the importance of banking sector, mutual funds. They all require professionals. Okay, the second things, what are the relevant courses into the market? Okay, now what we offer to you, okay, at the Jindal Global University, and what you can look for. Okay, when you go into the market, okay, the relevant courses that you can take up, I talked about chartered accountants. I talked about company secretaries. There would be cost and ICWA. Okay, cost accountants, what we call as cost accountants. Okay, and there is FRM course. Okay, that is financial risk management course. Okay, there is chartered financial analyst. Okay, and there is BBA finance into some of the institutions. Okay, and there are some undergraduate. There's a BCom course in Delhi University for sure. Okay, so these are the courses that would help you to learn about the courses in finance. Okay, now let me make you clear one thing, that chartered accountantship, company secretaryship, ICWA, CFA, these courses which are programs, which are the program which are provided by some organizations. These are provided by different government bodies, okay, or different private bodies, but they don't have any established colleges for themselves. Okay, they just give you syllabus, curriculum, etc., and you have to take coachings for that, and then you can clear out these exams. And it's like quite difficult to do that without taking any formal education, which few students take into their university education, like into going into BCom program, BBA program somewhere, and they do it from there. Okay, so I would not suggest anybody to go directly there until unless they have like, okay, they have a very fine clarity on what they want to do in their life. Okay, because these programs are also possible. You can enroll into the later stages of these courses after completing your graduation. At least you should give yourself that much of time. Okay, the other courses, now the universities that we talk about, that's Delhi University is there, Shivnada University is there. This is a comparable university I'm talking about. Maybe Mumbai University for the students, Chennai University. Okay, first of all, very good colleges have very limited seats. Okay, 50, 60 colleges, and sometime it doesn't matter how much quality you possess. Okay, you are not able to make it there. Okay, because government has limited funding. Okay, students have to be limited. Professors are also limited there. Okay, that is because those colleges started 50 years back. Okay, they have gained their reputation in those courses. Nobody would guide you into those colleges that how to go for your placements, etc. What they will try to tell you is that, okay, we are an established college, we will try to give you the best education. I can tell you about Delhi University. Delhi University is the university that is making it visible into the world rankings for like last 2 decades for sure. Okay, like when I go there, I'm experienced there. So I did my graduation there. So you are on your own into this university. You go, you complete your admission process. Okay, and then you attend your classes. Okay, and there is not such a formal structure that you can find in the modern universities as Jindal Global University. There would not be prior notification that whether the class is going to cancel or whether the class is going to hold today. Obviously, the resources are very old and government has a very less funding for the universities to provide you the modern resources at this point of time. Yeah, one thing is there, if you're serious there and you have your own resources and you are like able to, you have such a time to go and find the resources, you would be able to good. Okay, nobody can stop a student who is a dedicated student and try to learn from books, etc. That is there. But I can tell you that there would be no hand holding. Okay, I don't say that we would also like to see this. You are growing, you're maturing. But when I say hand holding is not like hand holding as we are hand holding a kid. We are carrying a student. We are hand holding a kid. We are hand holding a student which is gonna be professional. Okay, this hand holding I'm talking about. Okay, and in Delhi universities or other established universities, you will not find that you have to go and run for each and everything. So at that point of time, when you're young, you want to be into the university, you want to be around a chill place, etc. A lot of questions going into your mind. Okay, but believe me, we want to find a place where all the things are present in balanced proportion. So I see Jindal Global University with the things that you would not miss out on any opportunity, be it fun, be it education, be it career, and growth. Don't even think that it's not what's it guaranteed, because the way I have seen. When I came to the university, I didn't know that it is such a big university. It was a good university as I heard about it. But when I came to the university, I see the university and I have seen myself the growth of the university. Though I don't have any particular stake as a student that, okay, it should grow and I would get a career there because I am already getting, and how they are treating me as an university is treating me as an employer, me as an employee, and they are treating me as employer. See, they are employer to me. So how they are treating me also makes some point. So that I know that is a thing for me. But the growth is one thing that is guaranteed here. I will tell you that how should students prepare to enter the best courses in finance. This is the third point I would like to talk about. See, the course, that financial market that we present, and the 3 courses that we have given, and the one old course that already have is BBA honors. So definitely BBA courses have some similarities. Okay, or people would ask that why there is a requirement of these different courses there, why there is business analytics, why there is family business, and why there is financial markets. So BBA honors is a generic course. Okay, it should come there when you don't know that, okay, what to do, what specialization to go for, and only in your final year you decide that, okay, whether you want to go into finance, you want to go into business analytics, and you want to go into family business. Okay, so from the first point, you are not being taken, or you are not being trained into those courses. You are first taken as a student who want to learn management, and over the 2 years we train you to think that, okay, what courses or what specialization you should go for. Obviously you would be doing that under the guidance of faculties that are there into the Jindal Global University, but you would be going to the specialized coursing only in third years. Okay, that is going to take some time from you, some opportunity from you, that what you could have learned into the first year or second year, you are only going to learn that into the third year. Now, if you want to be a true professional over this your academic journey, and if you want to pursue some finance program into that, so if a BBA person, a normal BBA person, would be pursuing some specialization into the master's program, I would always rate a person who has done into his graduation or her graduation into BBA financial market better than a person who has done BBA, a normal BBA. Oh, kind of exposure that person will get would be a little different. Okay, when you start learning a thing from first year till third year, you gain some sort of professionalism into that. When you start specialization into the final year, still you know that, okay, you are not much serious about the things, and you would be going into the next 2 years into the master's program, and then you would be deciding for some time, like when you want to lead into the world, so you like lose some time there. Okay, there is always an early mover advantage that is associated with these three courses that we have launched in the university, that is business analytics, family business, and financial markets. Now, as I say, because I am associated with, I have much more in-depth knowledge about financial market course. So I would tell you that why finance gives you this additional touch. Okay, as I told you, this business analytics, family business, or you would be like, I cannot say that if you would do this BBA honors only, you would not be a professional. You would be a professional, but few finer points or a thinking, that deeper thinking. It's not about the course students. It's always about the thinking that you create for yourself. So that's very important. So we should decide that which course to be taken at which point of time. Okay, that's very important. Okay, so when we talk about financial markets course, the edge that you have, first of all, you can manage your money. Second, you make your career a reliable career for yourself. Okay, and then you would be able to grow as a professional, but other person or other normal field people would be growing over the 5 years or 7 years of their life, and you would start from that level. I would like to end my topic with like few discussions. Okay, with like, it will take 5 minutes. Everybody might have heard about Warren Buffett. Okay, and if they don't know about foreign students and parents, they don't know about Warren Buffett, they would have surely heard of Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. And recently we had this Harshad Mehta series coming up, this 1992 scam and this Big Bull scam that is coming. One role was played by like this Devang, some Gandhi, I don't know, Pratik Gandhi, and other person was like Abhishek Bachchan. See, there in the market, Warren Buffett was able to analyze that what is the need of the market and how should I invest. Okay, this is why I'm saying all these things, is to tell you the power of investing and compounding. At that point of time, he invested. He knew that, okay, if he likes to drink Coca-Cola, then how much market potential Coca-Cola can have, and he invested his money into that. Okay, and rest is history. He invested into a lot of companies, and that is the costliest stock. Okay, his company is called as Hathaway Berkshire, and it is the costliest stock on American Stock Exchange. Okay, so New York Stock Exchange is the thing there. So that's the costliest stock you can think of. Okay, about Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, that he now, even the people who are trading, okay, they look for the stocks that that he is investing into. Like he invested last year into Tata Motors, and there are a lot of companies which he are investing into, and those companies, how much they gain. Okay, believe me, he doesn't have anything extra. Okay, believe me, I would not like to say that they are not great people, but what I would like to say, you can be like them, and you create yourself a wealth, okay, comparable to them. The advantage, one advantage they always had was early mover advantage, okay, and that is there. But obviously, to move somewhere, you have to start from somewhere. So where I say this financial markets and this understanding of finance, irrespective of whatever course you're going to study, is very important. Obviously, more you understand it, more you learn it, the better you are going to invest. So I'm not only a professor here, I am also an investor into active investor into stock markets in India, and my colleagues and few of my colleagues are also stock markets, and their courses and the experiences that they carry is always delivered into the class when we talk about companies and how these companies are functioning, and their investment experiences, they are also shared. So you would have a lot to learn, and I would like to tell you, whatever you decide, take guidance from your parents, because they are the first step to you. Okay, they give you the information from your experiences, etc. So don't think that whatever they are telling you is a waste. Believe me, that's very useful. Secondly, respect the people or learn from the people like Vikram who are guiding you or counseling you for the university. Okay, they are not only counseling you for admission into a particular university or a course, they are counseling you for your career. Okay, you come into the university or not, it's a secondary thing. First, they want to tell you that what are these things. And third thing, if you enter into a university, be serious about your course. Do enjoy, but be serious about your course, because that is going to help you lifetime. For your lifetime, that is going to help you. Okay, and remember one thing, don't be casual in your life at this point of time, which is a very serious point of time which you need to make decision. If you have some resources, use them. Okay, and I would like to end that Jindal Global University, with more than 100 faculties, is carrying resources which are among the best, if not the best, and which I believe at this point of time, the best resources are there into the Jindal Global University. I would not go into the details of that. So try to use those resources, and I believe if you are able to carry yourself, handle yourself well, okay, over a period of decade or next 10 years, I would be talking to the alumni or alumnus of this college and sitting as a financial managers of some fine companies, or maybe at other jobs, other very good jobs, and I would be very proud of them. Vikram would be very proud of them, and they would be, most important, they would be proud of themselves, and parents would be proud of them too. I would like to end this session here from my side and open the floor for Vikram and students if any questions are there, and to parents as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Sanjeev. And I definitely agree to few of the things which you said, that yes, this is an investment. And students, where you are today, both me and Sanjeev were 20, 22, 23 years before, when we passed out class 12th. And you all would agree that when we pass out class 12th, there is a lot to pick and lot to drop. And ultimately, in a country like ours, our subjects, they determine our future. When we pass out class 10th and we first have to take a decision, what I have to choose. Should I choose PCM? Should I choose PCMB? Should I take commerce with maths, commerce without maths? These are many things which are being faced by everyone. Nonetheless, what we do in graduation has to match what we want to do in our masters. I interact with almost not less than 50,000 students in 1 year. And we all come from different background of education, subjects in class 12. But what exactly is the basic question in our mind? And that basic question is, what should I do? Nowadays, the time is changing. If you have taken PCM, if you do a mechanical electrical engineering, and if you are doing an MBA in finance, don't you think it would have been much better if you would have taken those subjects much earlier at your graduation level. You would have understood all those things, giving you a better clarity, so that it's better to be confused today than to be confused at an age of 25. That is very, very important for all of you. Jindal Global University, not merely because we are employees, that is why I'm saying you, but I tell you, I have spent 17 years of my professional career in higher education. When I graduated, completed my MBA in 2001-3, that was a time there was the concept of private universities coming up. And out of those 17 years of my experience, if I have to put my brother or sister or even my child in future in some university, of course, what makes it important is the curriculum. What you are being taught today, how relevant it is for future. You all have seen there is a big change which happened in the job market in the last 1.5 years. Everything has gone online. In year 2019, have you heard this word Zoom or MS Teams ever in your life before? But your entire last year studies happened on MS Zoom, MS Teams, and tell me how has been the investment and stocks and everything would have gone? If I look from Professor Sanjeev's point of view, this company would have made tremendous profit. So future is uncertain. You have to be a leader, what Professor Sanjeev said. You have to think out of the box. And Jindal University, one biggest advantage what I see over here is, as an individual, you are not studying in a pure management school. You are studying a course in a university which offers law, which offers public policy, which offers banking and finance school, which offers School of International Affairs, journalism, psychology. And you know what it gives you? It gives you a multifold dimensional view. You are not restricted to age old practices. You are being prepared for the future. While studying a course of BBA in financial markets, you might be studying only finance related subjects, but we are giving you an opportunity to take an elective subject on law. You may be studying mergers and acquisitions, which is a finance subject, but from Jindal Law School, you have an opportunity to take an elective on merger and acquisition law. Don't you think you will not become a lawyer, but what would happen? For sure, you are getting an insight on the legalities of the job, which probably the other person who is a lawyer probably knows better. That is why we call it as a Jindal Global University. And the curriculum, the exposure, there are more than 150 cross electives. Imagine whatever you are studying in your BBA curriculum is there. But apart from that, there are 150 electives where you can consult your deans, assistant deans, and you can pick. That is the power of freedom which we want to impart to our students. And before that, it is very important for you to understand why Jindal University or why Jindal Global Business School. If you have any aspirations to earn a foreign degree from abroad at a master's level, we are providing you with immense opportunities. You have a free semester exchange. You have a 2+1 pathway program. You do 2 years of study here. You go 1 year, you do abroad. Our student from another course, I recently saw 2 years before, I admitted him in year 2018, and that boy is now going to Singapore Management University to do his MS. So that is why we are futuristic. And to start with, most important is whatever my plans are, it is my responsibility to help my student understand why we have included all those things. It is not a random dream which we got and we have introduced. And that is why if you are already an admitted student at Jindal, you would have received the semester wise curriculum when we have sent you the admission offer. You should know what I would be studying in the next 3 years. We conducted the prestige program so that you can connect to your teachers, You can understand, talk to them, and if you have any doubts, remove them. Because if you are convinced, you can convince anybody on earth. And this is an investment for next 3 years. There is no U-turn. Tomorrow, if you do not join this course, or if you join this course, you have a ready answer at your end why you are doing it and what is the purpose, what is the level of achievement, what you want to achieve after 3 years from here. So it's already 8:25. Now let us open to the Q&A sessions. You all are invited. You one by one, you can virtually raise your hand. If you have any questions to ask, please feel free to ask. And I would request, there's a question from Mr. Gaurav Agarwal. Although you have written in the chat box, but we do give you an opportunity to unmute. You can raise your hand, we can unmute, and the question can be asked physically. So he has a question, Professor Sanjeev. I have a doubt that there are so many professional courses on finance like CIMA, CMA, CFA. So how can I evaluate which course or combo of courses is best? Wonderful question, Mr. Gaurav. This is a very important question. And although Sanjeev would tell you the academics part of it, but let me tell you out of my experience. When I completed class 12th way back in 1997, that point of time, everybody, and if any parents are listening today, the most sought after thing was BCom. After 12th, if you are a commerce subject, the degree which you have is BCom. And when you do BCom, additionally, you can plan for a CA, you can plan for a CS, or you can plan for an ICWA. All these new certifications have come into picture now. Most important is the curriculum. What does a CA do? As the name says, chartered accountant. You are dealing with the taxation and all. But how life changed? Why did CAs started doing law? Because a chartered accountant understands the direct taxes, the indirect taxes only, but he cannot go and present himself in the court if he has to file a suit or he have to present a case. Every particular, these all FRM, CIMA, CFA. CFA is a very important course, but I tell you, many people, they get confused at an age of 17 and they think I should do CFA. But before doing CFA, merely by taking PCM, everybody will not become an engineer. Merely by taking economics in class 11th and 12th, I will not become an economics graduate. Merely by studying accountancy, am I meant for a career in finance? No, I need to have an aptitude. And for that, most important is to check the curriculum. Professor Sanjeev, if you have any point on this, you may please elaborate, and then we can take the next one.
Yeah, because I would like to answer this question because this is a very common doubt that you have. Okay, so I would like to answer. See, there are various things. Okay, sometimes we see Olympians, okay, lifting some weights, some bodybuilders lifting some weights, or sprinters that are running out of the ground. Okay, so we see the first thing that we see is like, okay, we should run like them, we should do like them. So mature person, what that person would be doing that even in that how it applies to the student is preparing themselves for that. Now I would come to these courses: financial risk management, CIMA, CMA, CFA, CA, and CS. Okay, the most popular course that is going on into the financial world today is chartered financial analyst, that is CFA. See, one thing that you need to understand, students, I have seen all these professionals with these degrees, and nobody I can see, very few people I am able to see which have purely these degrees. Everybody is enrolled into a university, gaining exposure from that university and giving those exams. They're able to pass these exams. CFA exam, if you go directly without any guidance or without any university guidance, I believe it would be very hard. I have my students, okay, which are proudly now about to clear this chartered financial analyst, which I have taught for the last 2 years. What they have done is gained experience into the class. What it has done for them is made those subjects very easy for them to pass an exam, or then you pay the fees of these certifications and go into the market and you have these programs very easily. You are already a mature person. Now you have not these failed into here. You go initially into these programs. Generally, what happened? The pass ratio is very less. You generally fail, and sometimes it breaks your morale. Okay. What I would suggest to a student who has just passed out from the school to enroll into a regular university program with good resources, good faculties. Okay, so that they would be able to get into these courses as well. And believe me, when you enroll into the universities, half of your doubts are cleared by your professors, that what you would be doing into these programs, and half of your doubts are cleared by yourself because you are much more knowledgeable than before. Now, for giving example, this chartered financial analyst a give you all the ingredients that to become a financial manager. It will not make you an accountant, it will make you a financial manager. What chartered accountants do is they prepare a person to become an accountant, okay, a financial accountant, how to present books to the world, and how to file them into according to the accounting standards, etc. These what chartered accountants do. Management accountants, what they do is they do cost accounting, uh, which helps into like a financial manager to take decisions. Okay, so these all courses are different. Okay, what I suggest, whosoever you enroll into a regular program into a university, and find the university which is best for you, which can provide you best resources. And there are different courses, they are aligned in a certain manner, and then at the end point, the final years of their or the end term exam or the final level is towards their specialization. Their earlier part is more or less same, at least 60-70% content in all these courses you will find same. So this is my answer to Gaurav, and this is a very good question because people are confused. And believe me, Gaurav, lot of people that are professional, that are my colleagues as well, they are being enrolled into a normal program and then pass these certifications. So I would suggest you the same, and any other students the same.
Yes, Sanjeev, I do definitely agree. And I want to tell all of you, and please to understand, there's a difference between a degree and a certification. If you are a working professional, if you are already working in an industry, these certifications, they help you to come up to the expectations of the existing job market. Most important to make a career in the field of finance, first of all, is to have a graduation degree. And the answer is not a normal graduation degree. When you have already decided what you are looking forward for, why to read or do a subject which cannot add much more value to you? And that is the answer. Atharv, yes, Atharv says, sir, I have a question. Can I unmute? Yes, Atharv, you
Yes,
can
sir.
please unmute.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
Atharv.
yes,
It
you
would
are
be
audible.
better if you switch on your cameras. We can also see you.
Yeah, sir, sure.
You know, it looks very boring to see this black screen. Only me and Sanjeev can see each other. You guys are so pretty. You guys are so lively, but you are hidden behind those cameras. And it appears as if only me and Sanjeev are talking. Please go ahead with your question.
Athav, go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, as I'm sure you know that a lot of students also chose to pursue chartered accountancy while graduating. So my question
Yeah.
to you, sir, is does your university also have a provision for students who are like me who want to pursue chartered accountancy while graduating? So does Jindal school have a provision for such students to miss attendance and attend their articleship, which also they have to do in their second year or third year?
See, Athav, I would like to answer you. So a lot of people think from outside that there is a separate provision for attending these courses. Okay, I have studied my education from Delhi University, and it was like 15 years back, almost. And no university in India would give you a provision to do a separate course. Okay, with chartered accountantship, etc. Okay, that you can miss your classes, etc. One university is Christ University that I see. They call students at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, 6 o'clock in the morning, and fix their classes at an earlier point of time from 6, or maybe they would be running your classes till 12, and after 12 you're free. and there is no separate, because chartered accountant institutes, you would be going to your coaching, okay, etc. Anyway, if you are just giving your exam, you are always free to give your exams. And if you have your classes running, you can also miss your classes for 4 or 5 days. It would not make any difference. But if you'd ask me, you are going to that coaching separately, and you are doing this BBA course separately. No university in India or the world is providing you this provision, not at all. But what students do, how they manage is that some university provided at a odd timings, maybe at a night school, maybe in a morning school, I don't think. Why sometime it is hazardous? Why this kind of thing is hazardous to the students? What we do sometime, Athar, is try to put up a weight. And as a young candidate, we always try to do that. Okay, if we have let's say we have a dumbbell of 5 kgs, our capacity is 5 kgs, we see a 10 kg dumbbell and we think we can do that. Okay, why not? We should try for the best. Okay, we can do that. But what I would say is to grow simple and steadily. First, enroll into a program. For the first year, I would like suggest for each and every student. This is because I have been through the hurdles and I have passed those hurdles, but I have passed those hurdles after getting failed into some of those hurdles. And I don't want to see any of the student getting failed into those hurdles. Into the first year, enroll into the program. See how much time do you have? How much extra time do you have? Okay, believe me, if you do your BBA program, okay, with full concentration, and you are doing it your best, you are giving your best, and you're passing it out with like flight colors with top CGPA, either you would end up into the top universities in the world, okay, into your master program, and either you would be sitting in a very good company as a manager, earning already a very high package. Okay, so the need of you saying this chartered accountant course, etc., would already be gone. See, sometimes you might try to put your best resources to becoming an all-rounder. Okay, you want to do batting, you want to do bowling, and you want to do fielding as well, and you want to do everywhere good. And then you have the opportunity to become Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, okay, or Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Okay, who are the professionals into their field only? Sachin Tendulkar batted all his life, only batted. Okay, well, like he did bowling at some odd times, that for his fun, or like maybe into some odd situation, but he is called as god of cricket in India, right? So what I would like to do is first analyze the situation. Okay, that how much time how much course you can balance. Every student has its capacity. Okay, so you see that how much time left you are on left. One thing other I would like to tell you, that which no professor would tell you. Okay, this is also the time that which you should not burn out. This is the time from 18 to 22. This is the time that is never gonna come back into your life, so you should not miss the fun as well. This is my suggestion to you. Okay, you study well into your BBA program, you complete the curriculum requirements, etc., do everything. But with that, okay, believe me, this time is never gonna come back to you. So don't load yourself too heavily. Okay, otherwise you would be missing this time all your life. So I would suggest you go into the college, enroll yourself into the first year, see how much the load is, and then do anything else. You would be aware of timings, etc. All the things would be there clear into your mind, and you would be know that okay, what you can handle, what you cannot. So I would suggest you that. And also very important advice for all the students. Okay, don't move 150% into the studies or 100% in the studies. Every aspect of life, extra co-curricular activities, all are important. Okay, and that is why the modern universities have space for that. Into Jindal OP Jindal Global University, we have Olympic size pool, we have a running track for you, we have a cricket ground, okay, which is also like a stadium. All these facilities. Why do we create these such facilities? Okay, see, I'll give you an example. Sundar Pichai is the CEO of Google, okay, but he never studied computer engineering. He was enrolled into metallurgical engineering. Once you move into such systems and such spheres of life, you can decide on your own. Okay, but first you have to move into that system. So move into a good system, and then everything would be crystal clear to you. What do you want? If you want to run your vehicle at a speed of 120 kilometers per hour, what do you need? You need a good road. Even an Alto car would run at a speed of 120 kilometers per hour if the road is good. And even a BMW would struggle on a bad road if the road is bad. BMW cannot go to a speed of 120. It will also break down. Okay. So this is what my answer is, Athak, to you. Anything else if you want to ask, I would be happy to answer.
No, sir, all my doubts are clear. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Athav,
Okay.
I want to add one thing. When I listen to Professor Sanjeev, I usually interact with students when they come for admission into the MBA program. I'm not against CA or any such degrees because, you know, when I was doing my graduation, we didn't had BBA degrees that time. We had only a BCom graduate. From my own self, I had always a dream. I wanted to go into the defense services. And I did crack about the combined defense services exam. So, you know what I did? I was pursuing my BCom honors, and side by side, I enrolled into the CFA program. So we had not the, sorry, the ICWA program. So I cleared the intermediate, and then there was the final. It has 2 stages, and like what CA also does. The biggest problem with what I see in my career is with the CA and all these other degrees is you have six month cycle, correct? And usually what happens earlier, what happened, students used to get enrolled under a CA. They are doing a degree just for the sake of getting a degree, and they were just working with a CA, assisting a CA, and after 6 months they were giving the papers. And this what I'm telling you now, it happened in year 2002, and that was a very big blunder which happened. There was a girl who topped the all India CA, and she got an offer with GE Electricals in Gurgaon. The day she joined, the company offered her a job to make a trial balance. Can you imagine a girl who has topped the CA could not make a trial balance? Did that actually happen? And then the CA body changed their rule that merely working as a part-time is not giving any results because the students were just attending the classes, because that was the roadmap for the CA curriculum that time. And they changed that you cannot pursue a regular degree if you are doing a CA. So don't be confused. You know what happens generally, like somebody has asked a question over here and I would like to answer that. Sir, what is the difference between BBA and BMS? I'll tell you very openly, either you say BBA or you say BMS or you say BBM. You hold your ear like this, you hold your ear like that, or you do it like this. And I'm not joking. This is a fact. Many of the colleges, they say, okay, fine, BBA is a very common name. Everybody has heard it. Okay, if I am starting a new course, I will put BBA. That is just a marketing stunt. Somebody would say, BBA everybody is offering. From my marketing angle, I should do something. I should offer something new, which a person would create an anxiousness and an anxiety to know. I would make it as BMS. The best question, the answer to this question is to all the students, whenever you are taking a program, please read the semester wise curriculum, what is being taught to you semester after semester, and that will help you to understand, yes, why you have to go ahead with it. Another question somebody asked, sir, can I do maths? I'm an art student.
Yeah, Kankana, Vikram, I would like to take that question.
Yes, Sanjeev, you are an academician, so you would take it. I would take it as a non-academician.
Yeah, so see, Kankana, I would answer you from a real life perspective. Okay, there was one student in my BBA program 2 years back, and her name was like, I don't remember the name, but she was a very disciplined student. Okay, and she was from the humanities background. Her name was like Saloni. I don't really know, but it was starting from S, and she was a girl from Odisha. Okay, and she started, and I first interacted with her into second year when I start teaching financial management course to the student. And believe me, that girl did very nicely into my subject, and she ended up getting an A for that course, finance course. Okay, and then she over all that BBA course were doing all good into the all the subjects just because she was disciplined. It was not about that whether she had maths into her 11th or 12th, but she did very well, and she got enrolled into some foreign universities as well. If I read the name
Her
correct,
name is, I think, Saloni Sethi, if I'm not wrong.
Saloni Sethi. I'm not sure. There was one more student because Sethi is not the name, Vikram, which gets associated with like Odisha. Because I know that the girl was from Odisha. So I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, so Kankana, I'm telling you one thing, that if you are disciplined, maths and all this all would be, we're starting from the scratch. If you had that or you didn't have that into your 11th or 12th, will not make any difference if you want to study. Okay, if your approach is casual, you are coming to humanities and you're behaving like somebody who is like, okay, have the knowledge, who already have their into their 11th or 12th mathematics subject, they would be like, can be little more casual because we are starting into from the basic concepts. I can give you one more example from one student. Okay, not take the name. So she was from humanities background, or she didn't have mathematics, and she was like trying to study economics. Okay, and but she didn't do well, and she didn't try to study that much. Okay, so she was able to pass, but the grades were not so good. This is the effect of casualness, and this is the effect when you're serious. Okay, and I know a lot of students which have changed their background when you are 17, 18, 19, or 15. I don't believe the students are mature enough and they don't understand the value of subjects. I believe once you cross 18 years, okay, over the period of time, some people can get mature at the age of 15. Okay, I'm not into competition with them. Okay, I suggest every student to not to be with a competition with each other. Everybody would fly on some day, on their some own day. Okay, but what I expect from each and every student to give their 100%. Okay, so don't think that if you are not able to understand the mathematics when you were 15, you would not be able to understand mathematics when you are 18 or 20. Believe me, you would be counting your salary, you would be calculating percentage better than ever the moment you take your first salary. When you think of investment into first stock, when you think of saving it into the bank, when you go for calculation of interest into your fixed deposits, for calculation of your provident fund, etc. Believe me, even if the employer is going to do any mistake, a 1% mistake, you're going to catch that. I'm telling you. So don't think that whether you are an art student or whatever, you are going to do good if you are a disciplined student. So this is my answer from academician perspective, from my real life experiences.
Just to add to what Professor Sanjeev is saying, see, all of you as students must understand, as I mentioned, everything starts with our subjects. What do we take in class 11th or 12th? Correct? If any student has opted for PCB, physics, chemistry, and bio, probably at the back of the mind, they had an intention to do a medical course. If you have opted for PCM, probably your first choice is to go for an engineering. And again, if you decide to go for engineering, then you have a variety of options from civil to mechanical to electrical to computer science. In computer science, you now have cyber security, you have got mainframe, you have got cloud computing, and different 10, 15, 20 names. Correct? Now anybody cannot say, sir, I am doing computer science engineering. The other person on the other side would say, what in computer science? Because time has changed. Likewise, if anybody says, and what Gayatri has written as a question is, sir, can I do BBA in HR without maths? Now, let me tell you, I get very annoyed at times and I get very frustrated when we ask this question from a commerce student, are you with maths or are you without maths? I'll tell you my example. When I did schooling from an ISC school in Dehradun, and when I was in class 12th, in the month of January, I dropped mathematics. I went to my teacher and I told her, ma'am, I'm not finding maths interesting and I want to drop it. She looked at my face because after 2 months, I was supposed to sit for my board exams. And you can imagine how tough it can be if you haven't taken a subject and you have got only 2 months. And because 3rd of March, the exams were starting. But as a management student, you are not studying mathematics. You are primarily studying statistics, the subjects which are very different. But in India, we term it as mathematics. And then it creates a havoc in our mind. It's a phobia, maths, trigonometry, calculus. I completed MBA. I did the subjects which were there. We did game theory, we did sequencing, which are very important to from the management functions point of view. And mathematics has arithmetic, algebra, and geometry. Are you doing engineering? No. If you are not doing engineering, why should I only term it as mathematics? But what happens in India? Every house has a doctor, everybody is a counselor. People would tell you if you are taking commerce, commerce should be with mathematics. They will make you believe that if you have not taken mathematics, you have done the most blunder of your life. But yes, also it is correct that when we talk of certain areas, certain jobs where you require some set of skill, study of subjects like mathematics is important and you cannot avoid it. Therefore, if you are going for, let's say, business analytics in Jindal, or if you are going for financial markets in Jindal, we have kept it that yes, maths is a preference. But for HR, marketing and all, it is not a mandatory, but then every institution has their own rule. So we cannot comment about others. We can comment about our curriculum, how we are teaching and what we are teaching in maths. We are teaching you Sanjeev, if I'm not wrong, I think maths as a subject is taught once only in BBA in one semester.
Yeah, it is there, like, okay, majorly mathematics is to one subject, and then it comes quantitative aptitude kind of a thing, either it would be mathematics or quantitative aptitude, which is very necessary. And then it comes to like statistics. Few colleges, they don't even offer any subject in mathematics. Okay, why we do that, why we offer that mathematics subject is because of that skills that are required for the students which are there, which are very new, and they might have missed due to some reason or due to young age. They were not able to concentrate at that point of time. They should regain the understanding of that basic concepts and then move forward. I would also like to answer this question of Gayatri, which you have already answered to almost 90% or 95% level. I would just want to add my 5%. See, students understand. I did my I missed that point when I was like giving you this counseling about this, explaining you about this financial world. That I did BSc myself. Okay, so what do you study in your 11th, 12th, and as Vikram has already explained into graduation, you study the subjects which you would not even use in management. See, I studied real analysis. Okay, I learned how to prove 0 plus 0 is a 0. Okay, associative law, dissociative law, lot of things. Okay, I had learned group rings, etc., which I see that I don't find any applicabilities of those, that mathematics, that particular mathematics. I'm not saying that is not important, but that mathematics is not relevant for management. And which Vikram has rightly said, statistics is relevant and your logical reasoning is relevant, but that is not mathematics. If you see, have you seen any uneducated person who cannot count money? Have you seen any person? So it's not like that. Okay, you those aspects of math, and that's not mathematics. If you are able to count your money correctly, that's not mathematics. Okay, so that's a natural skill which every individual should have. Okay, so according to me, you can pursue your studies in HR, you can pursue your studies in business analytics as well, you can pursue in financial markets as well. That is the only one thing that I would be willing to see you see there is the dedication that you want to study. And if you want to study, believe me, you think that okay, you want to learn some subject, learning would not be a problem. There's one colleague, okay, with me teaching finance. Okay, he left his mathematics into his 11th class. Believe me, he does calculation faster than me at this point of time. He did his PhD and all. He is like from PhD from a very good institution, but I would not take his name. But he can sometimes like very fast into calculation than me. I do have some skills. I can solve maybe some higher level mathematics, but that is not required. That is not relevant here. Okay, what is required, that how I handle, how I take decision as a financial manager or an HR manager, or how I do this analytics. Vikram, I would take this question from Vrishan as well. He is already our student. Okay. So this Vrishan is asking about, and I compare modules. See, Vrishan, as Vikram has already answered this one question, that this Bba and Bms, that they are similar. Why I would just like to deviate from that answer a little bit for this particular question. That this is not a marketing strategy, but to just give you this financial market course or business analytics or family business course. To study any BBA, at the end of the day, you are doing a graduation and you go to BSc as well. You will find few of the courses common, few of the modules common there as well. Your mathematics and your aptitude, that would be course in any education. Your environmental management, that would be course in anything. See, in my BSc, I studied organizational behavior. Okay, because that is part of people management, how people are managed into the organization. So from the first day, when you're saying that you have one or two courses different into all the modules, when you move into the third year, you have studied at least 6 courses, if I'm not wrong, because first year you have one courses different. From the second year, you have two courses different. When you enter the final year, you have already studied 6 courses more. And why I think that this question is very natural from you, because when you will move into the institution, you will see the value of 6 courses, how big this 6 courses can be. My students who study with me, they tell us that, okay, our student, that, okay, how much difference a particular elective can make into their life. Okay, and few of the courses, those the people that would be studying into as elective, like your fintech elective, global banking, these people would normal BBA would be taking into electives, and you would be studying, they would be already finished into these 6 subjects. And what you would be doing at the end of the year, you would be studying 6 more finance electives. You cannot understand the level of intelligence that you would be having more in comparison to the other student. So that is what is different, and that is what I say. And when I rate, and that is why I have chosen finance myself. Finance allow you to manage yourself as well as to your career. Okay, I always weight the part that I can manage myself and my money higher than why I chosen that for my career. There is some student, Akshay Kumar, that wants to ask something. Akshay, you can like unmute yourself. And there are some more questions from Devesh and Kohli Aryan. I would be coming to them as well. We would be answering your questions. Akshay, you can ask your question. You can unmute yourself.
Good evening, sir. I'm from Bangalore.
Yeah.
I just finished my second PU in NIOS, and to speak about, I finished my PCM as just like you told, PCMB, somewhere close to what you have done.
Yeah.
And I got an admission in PS in BBA, so I'm just pretty confused. First of all, when you went to speak about finance, right?
Yeah.
You went and spoke about finance and business analytics, right? So which elective in the third year of, let's say, BBA is going to be more constructive towards the masters to business analytics, and which course has more options or more, let's say, more value in the coming future? I'm talking about 5 years down the line.
Okay, see, Akshay, you want to know that, okay, when you move to the final years into your BBA, what electives would have more weight and what elective you should be choosing. Okay, and I believe that you also wanted to ask, which you are not able to express, that, okay, you have cleared your PCMB already and you want to move into something. Okay, see, Akshay, first of all, your experience into your PCMB, by now, you should have at least some idea that how much is your aptitude into your mathematics and biology, okay, and physics and chemistry as well. Believe me, when I was into my schooling, okay, science was treated as, according to my parents, science was treated as the only subject that I can take. Okay, if I am good, I should take science. If I am bad, I should take arts. Okay, because like maybe their horizon was not that explored into the BCom field, because all my uncles were engineers, okay, and maybe somebody was teacher. That was the scenario. So I took science and I took PCMB, and believe me, you have taken a huge load. Okay, studying these two subjects together in itself is a load. Okay, sometime in these times when you are like 15, the decisions are taken by your parents, and whatever you say, like, okay, I can handle it. Okay, and sometime students are not able to communicate their real potential to them, and it's not easy for parents as well. Okay, so by now you should be clear that how confident you are into those subjects. Okay, and only you can answer that question. Okay, this BBA, business analytics or financial markets, if you have done that at least some good into that 11th and 12th, you would be able to do a little better into this BBA system, because everything is linked there. Okay, it doesn't have the chemistry has all the exceptions. Okay, it doesn't have the last this calculus is not taking anything into other concepts. Okay, in management everything is linked. Like the question that Rishan was asking, that okay, it has like same modules, is because like the education is built on the same platform. Everything is linked and different tricks are added to it, which change your skill set. Okay. Now, what are the elective that you should choose? Okay. When you are into business analytics and you want to make a career into as a business analyst, as an analyst, as a programmer, or to want to design things, you should be going into the more language kind of a things. Okay, more of a data analysis kind of a thing, and that would be beneficial for you when you would be moving into your masters into business analytics or data analytics. You would be learning more into programming side. Be it MATLAB, R, etc. Those coding you should be learning professionally if you're going into business analytics, okay, along with other subjects. Now, what Jindal University or OP Jindal, this Jindal Global Business School will give you, if you are moving into business analytics and you have learned those programmings, okay, there would be an application which would be used into the industry, okay, that would be using when you would be going for a job. So your industry has to program the code for high frequency trading. Okay, a finance concept. Okay, how to program trades. Okay, those would be the applications, and how to improve the healthcare system, how to code for healthcare system, a better healthcare system. So you would be free to take electives from that side. After 2 years, you would be at least deciding a roadmap to yourself that where you want to work or where you want to do your master's study. Okay, and you should be choosing those subjects which would be complementing. So it's not like that you would be choosing business analytics and you would not be learning language, you would not be able to learn about finance, etc. You can take those subjects, those programming subjects as well. And into the financial markets, when you study, believe me, languages would be there. You would be studying R into financial markets as well, and Excel as well, spreadsheet modeling as well. In business analytics, you would be learning R, you would be learning Python, you might be learning MATLAB as well, and you might be learning some other language as well. Okay, that depends on your experience, whatever you can grasp. Believe me, you can complement all the things into third year. Okay, you just need to decide whether you need to go into a technical side or you need to go onto a financial side. That is what it is. Okay, I hope I was able to give you an answer.
Thank you so much.
Akshay, I just want to add one thing, what happens, and this is especially with the concept of private universities in India, wherever you are studying, the biggest advantage of any private university, a good private university, is they are always futuristic in terms of their curriculum. To be very honest, if you ask me, like if I'm starting my business analytics or financial markets program this year, it is, as I told you, what important is how much job ready you are after 3 years. That is the basic question, and that basic question comes into answer through a lot of meetings when we have with the corporate sector, when they tell us what kind of skills they want from the students to be job ready. because now they are looking for the even BBA graduates also. Gone are the days when you can think that yes, only an MBA can end up into a job. I'll be very honest. This year, two of my students whom I admitted in 2018 are graduating and they are a pass out of BBA honors. And would you believe, all of you, that those two students have got a package of 10 lakhs? Imagine a BBA student getting a package of 10 lakhs. But I would only tell you two things. First of all, you need to understand what is your aptitude and how much future ready your curriculum is. Secondly, these packages and all these things will follow. But then it is very important that one must understand that not everybody is your competitor. By the time if you are studying in Jindal and you come in your third year, what electives we will offer you, they will change in many folds. You will have a bouquet to pick among those specializations. Marketing is a very common word these days, but anybody who is wanting to make a career in the field of marketing should understand how digital world and digital marketing works. That is very important. How you can leverage the power of social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. So if you have done, let's say, marketing, but if you haven't studied internet marketing, do you think you are future ready? Absolutely not. That is why the private universities have a very important advantage over any government university culture, that they can change or upgrade their curriculum as per the need of the time. And yes, courses like analytics or financial markets, they have been designed with an intention that once you complete your, there are multiple internships. We did not speak about internships, but in Jindal, after every year, you have multiple internships, mandatory internships, and you must take up a job, work for 2 years at a starting level salary, understanding the dynamics, and then plan to do your masters either from India or from abroad. Because when you have been in the job market for 2 years, you are clear, you understand where you want to go. Marketing is everywhere. If you go about analytics, you have marketing analytics, you have HR analytics, you have financial analytics. There are different areas. So understand two, three things. That most important thing as a student, you should understand that economics, you will be studying in BBA also. Economics, you will be studying in BCom also. And economics, you will be studying in economics honors also. Correct? But what will change? The level of economics which you are studying in all the three programs is totally different. You are studying microeconomics, you are studying macroeconomics, you are studying international economics if you are pursuing economics honors. But in a program like BBA, is there a need to study this much economics? Do you think? No. That is why don't get confused. You have to simply understand what exactly I should do. BCom traditionally was a question and a degree which was more into a traditional kind of subjects and all. We do offer BCom in Jindal. And if you want to see what exactly is the difference, open the curriculum. As like I can see somebody has, Shashank has written, good evening, professors. I am joining from Malaysia. I have opted for BCom in JSBF. It has to be JSBF. How difficult will it be to me for me to learn finance? The main reason why I'm asking is this: my school did not have any finance chapters in my business class apart from balance sheet. Not an issue, Shashank. Whatever we study in class 10th, 11th or 12th, merely those 10, 11 chapters are not enough to determine who you are in future. But if you are joining the BCom honors program in the Jindal School of Banking and Finance, you see the curriculum. If I would have been in your place, the very simple answer is see the curriculum. When you talk of the management degree, you study a bit of marketing, a bit of finance, bit of HR, everything, and then you go ahead and implement. If you are doing BCom, obviously the difference is in terms of the subjects, and therefore it leads to a difference in your job profile also.
Yeah, that I would like to add up, become there. See, when you do BCom there, you made yourself more specialized, even more specialized. Like you are now being eligible for more of accounting kinds of job. Okay, so which I have written that, okay, which you have accounting books. No doubt they would also be teaching you in JSBF. They would also be teaching you the other aspect of finance, etc. But you would be also suited for accounting kind of jobs, and would be maybe if you are willing to do chartered accountancy, etc. That would may supplement more, okay, at some places. But the only thing, few places you would get advantages, the few disadvantages that Vikram has already told you, that the few job profiles would be less for you, okay, if you are only talking about undergrad. If you do a post graduation into other subject, that will do. But as far as difficulty is concerned, you would not find it difficult. I'm telling you, if it is not difficult for an art student to pursue the studies, okay, it is definitely not difficult for you. What we want to know is that, okay, sir, is it possible without studying to get passed? Yes, might be you can get passed 35%, 40%. You study less, you get 40%. And what is the use of that 40%? See, marks are not the criteria anymore. The people that are sitting into competition, when like tell you don't compete, but at least use your potential, okay, and then look into the other things. As some student has asked, Harpreet Singh has asked, starting average package. Harpreet, and other students as well, this is very important question. Everybody is worried about money, and that is what we teach at finance. Now I will tell you where buying a lottery and investing something is a difference, okay, and why this asking for your starting package is more tilt you more towards kind of a thinking of a lottery, okay. Now why I'm saying this thing is not I'll be explaining this each and every one to you. See, the people who cannot see what they're going to be in 3, 4 and 5 years, they are more focused about money, okay. uh, it might be a filmy term, but it suits here, okay. Like what this Mr. Ranchod Das Chachad has said into Three Idiots, that okay, like don't run behind the success, okay, run for the skills, okay. काबिलियत के पीछे भागो, और आप दूसरी चीजों के पीछे मत भागो, क्योंकि अगर आपके पास काबिलियत है, यू आर एबल टू जनरेट दो स्किल्स, ओके, जो कल तक स्किल था, दैट वाज लाइक yesterday, if you were knowing like okay 10 years back, if you are able to do some work professionally on Excel, you would be easily able to get some job, maybe 20-30,000 into the market. If you can handle a software called Tele, you would be able to get a job of 20,000. And if you know Tele today, what a basic job you will get, okay, nothing, okay. And running mobiles, even a kid can play a better game than me for sure, I know that, okay. So one thing is that you are investing into yourself. The right question, Harpreet, for you is not, you are not ending up to get a package, okay. For me, if you have resources, you should be more worried about what should I be doing into my masters, Harpreet. That is the question. And if you are not able to get out of it, according to me, if you channelize yourself right, if you are able to do good, okay, and you are able to do 3 years good into this institute, either you would be sitting on a 10 lakh package if you are doing good only, okay, or either you would be a master student in one of the top 1,000 universities in the world, or maybe 500, okay, if you play to your potential, if you have a good potential. And according to me, every student has potential, but they need to work on that, okay. There's another student, Sarah, who want to ask question. Sarah, you can unmute yourself and you can ask a question.
Yes, sir. Hi, sir.
Yeah,
I'm Sarah and I'm from Hyderabad.
Yeah.
I'm very keen about doing the ACCA course. My question is there an embedded course like of ACCA with BCom or BBA at OP Jindal?
Sarah, see, we don't have this embedded course, but we do have some modules related from KPMG, etc., where you can study their modules, what they put according to the job perspective. Okay, some courses are there where these modules are offered. Okay, into initially this BCom program which you study in Jindal School of Banking and Finance was suited with Jindal Global Business School. And I don't know, Vikram might be more aware of this. There might be some program, and then there can be future collaborations with like this big four or big five. Okay, something can come up. Or one thing I would like to tell you, Sarah. So if you want to move into two things, okay, I would again like to say the same thing. If you want to move into two things, either you do the open module by yourself from KPMG or PwC, okay, or you can analyze that what you are doing and say your main aim is not to do a module from them, or your aim is not to do a module from chartered accountancy or etc. Your aim, your ultimate aim is to find a good job for yourself, and good job doesn't constitute only that you doing that certification and all. I'd like to give you an example. So in my university there was dual specialization at my point of time. So I had marketing and finance as my specialization because it was a dual degree that was possible. I completed bare minimum subjects of marketing and took that specialization as second specialization for myself. So when I get out of my university, I had better jobs. 10 years back or 15 years back, I had better jobs in marketing for around 5 to 6 lakhs. So I could get into those jobs. Into finance, when I was entering, I was finding jobs only for 3-4 lakh. Okay. Now, like you may call me foolish or what, I was more focused towards the 3 to 4 lakh jobs rather than those 5 to 6 lakh jobs, because my aim was not to become a marketer. My aim was to move into this finance industry. And believe me, why these packages are low? Because nobody would allow you to mess around with their money and giving you a very good salary as well. So when you go into these financial fields, it's very sensitive. Okay. So you need to see that what you're going to do in future. And also, in today's world, multitasking is taken as like, okay, that it is a very great skill. I believe it is not. When you try to do too many things at a point of time, like some students has asked this PCMB, Akshay has told me that PCMB, believe me, if you are doing those PCMB together, there is not much use of it doing it together. If you're a very good brain, okay, so that you might be able to pass with a good marks as well. But at the end of the day, if you are doing this math and biology together, not much use. Okay, if you are doing this chartered accountantship, you are saying that you would be, in any sense, you would not be able to complete your chartered accountantship in less than 4 years or 5 years. Okay, and out of that 4 or 5 years, your first is introduction module, that this is called a CPT or CPC. I don't know what it is exactly. So if you, without doing your BCom or BBA or any undergraduate course, you enter into that foundation course as well, and it takes you 1.5 years to complete that foundation course. Okay, so students try to rush in and do too many things at a point of time. Either they kill their like young age, okay, from 18 to 22, 23, when they are not able to see, okay, they are like running like horses, that this aim is there sometimes. So they are not able to enjoy, and sometimes this bookish knowledge is not able to provide you that application which is available outside the world. What I would like to tell you is, don't pack your bag so heavily that you would not be able to take the opportunity which is available on the move, right? So at least have some space. Okay, and we're eating some good stuff, we are at a party. Okay, always leave that little space, okay, for yourself, so that when you have that dessert, okay, which is the most important thing, you would be able to eat that with the like most pleasure that you can have that. Okay, so I would like to tell you, don't pack your bag so heavily at any point of time. So this is my answer to you. And there are like other questions which are coming. Students, you would be taking questions for like next 5-7 minutes only, though we'll try to answer most of the questions, but like next 5-7 minutes, because we are running this session. I
stepped out of the time, but nevertheless, we were here for you. And as I said, we want to answer as many questions, because doubt kills more things than idea do. So always remember. And Aryan, just to quickly now, Sanjeev, I will take it fast. So Aryan says, if I'm not wrong, Aryan has recently got an offer of admission from us. Aryan says, sir, how the opportunity of choosing electives from other schools? Aryan, there is a systematic process. Your assistant dean would be getting back to you when the time would come. There is a list of courses. Those are being shared with all of you. We tell you which all courses are important. It is not important that I have to study this. Is it making any sense with my financial markets program? That is the question. Choosing an elective from law or public policy or psychology school, you have to understand if you are putting your time and energy, it should be productive, isn't it? Tomorrow, when you complete your course, are you able to somewhere practically utilize that subject? That is the answer. Very recently, students, let me tell you, when I say very recently, a month before, we are a fully residential campus. 7 days a week, you are with us to help our students prepare for GMAT and GRE. We went into touch. Brishan, you have asked this question. Yes, on a Saturday and Sunday, we are in talks with certain institutions, and the JGU Student Council is already in touch. We are having some demo lectures from different people, like who are into civil services coaching or into GMAT or GRE coaching or even the TOEFL coaching, and we are giving them our campus as an infrastructure to use, and whosoever is interested to avail services, they can directly pay to these people who would be finally shortlisted. So we are here to give you the opportunities. Right opportunities is what is required. And as Sanjeev said, you don't need to put too much of backpack. मतलब ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए ना कि चलना भी difficult हो गया. Why do we want to go ahead with such a heavy shoulder? We are here. You are our future brand ambassadors. And I'm telling you, we care for you. What do you look for? You look forward for a good college. You look forward for a safe future. Who is our future? You are our future. As a growing institution, do you think we would try to take this question lightly? Not at all. Why are we sitting at 9 past 30 now, started at 7 o'clock, 7:30, and you are the people who are till now listening to us, and we are listening to you? That shows you are serious. And that is what we want. Your commitment, your consistency for the next 3 years will determine whether you are happy for next 40, 50 years or not. Yes, you have to be committed. You have to be consistent. Not everything is required in terms of your bookish knowledge. Lot many extracurricular activities, physical sports, gymming, swimming, everything is needed. You need to chill yourself. You need to de-stress yourself. And that is education all about. Money will follow. But before money, you have to answer that question to yourself. Am I job ready?
Yes.
Am I job ready? What the job market is demanding? Do you have those skills? Have you studied those subjects? So more options, more confusions, but go through the curriculum. If you really want to make a career in the field of finance, if you want to do something into this sector, stop worrying about all those certifications. Ki, sir, should I do this? Then only my chances are more. No, leave it to us.
Yes.
When we have designed this curriculum, we have designed it with this intention, keeping into mind everything, what the job market wants from you. Now the question is, you all 40 students who would be my first batch, you all are competitors, correct? You are friends, but have a positive competition. Don't merely get stuck up that I have to get a CGPA or 95%. No, we all are different human beings.
One more thing I would like to add up, Vikram, here is, see, students, sometimes you evaluate, when you take up a course, you evaluate your expenses only in terms of the money that you are paying for the course. Okay. I would like to tell you, you would be doing it at a later stage. Please start evaluating the number of years that you are giving for the course. Let's say if you have your young life, okay, you have like count your life as 60, 70 years, okay, which like pandemic has even reduced. I don't know what it is going to do in future. So 3 years of those 60 years, consider, okay? Already you have already lived your 18, 19 years, okay? 3 years, okay? That's a lot. If you count a percentage, it is 5% of your life, okay? Because I am a finance professor, I deal in percentages, so 5% of your life. Don't think in terms of that money that you're putting in, also learn. So you're not only doing a course, you're making memories. Why you want to come into this university structure? Because you would make your colleagues, you would make your friends who would be someday financial managers somewhere. I know where my colleagues are, I know where my friends are, they are at a very good place, no matter what they were studying at that point of time. So you're making memories as well, okay? And why do we see that you have to see all the things? Is you would be doing job, you would be serving people, so you need to know their side as well. One of the entrepreneurs from our university, okay, that is being rolled out by Amazon into the 10 emerging entrepreneurs, okay. And when our dean was talking to him, okay, and that interview you might ask on request from Mr. Vikram. So the point is that he said, okay, so not only don't try to be too much, show your real self to the professors, talk to them, okay, and see the world around you. That's the key to success. And he just say, what do you need to start your business is your laptop, okay, and everything would fall in place. Just prepare yourself. I think these are the last word which I would like to take. The main thing is, don't think your course in the terms of money that you're paying as a fees. Also try to see that you are spending 3 years of your life. You need to have all the opportunities, all the happiness, all the emotions from those 3 years with you. Why farewells are important, why welcomes are important, why hellos are important, why byes are important, okay? Never forget the importance of these terms, okay? These are the words which we use most in our life. Hello, hi, bye, welcome, farewell, okay, goodbye. There is some importance to these words, okay? So use them wisely, okay, and use your life wisely, okay, because there is only one life.
I think we should wrap up. It was an interesting session with all of you, and I do appreciate you, Atharv. You, throughout, your camera was on. You are among one of those students whose camera was on, apart from Vishen for a couple of minutes. But yes, as we said, you already have my number. You already have my email ID. If in case you are actually and genuinely interested to make a career in finance, if you still need to interact with Professor Sanjeev, you may write to us. I would be happy to connect you with him over an email. Clarify your doubts. Join the Jindal Global Business School Facebook page. Two things you all should do. Whether you join Jindal or not, that is not important right now. Most important for you as a student right now at this point of time is to have this answer. Why should I join Jindal? Because tomorrow, if you are coming over here, let me tell you very honestly, you are our future ambassadors. We will leave and we are leaving no stone unturned to make you future ready. And that is why we want a commitment and consistency from all of you. Consistency doesn't mean getting 90% or attending 100% class. We want you to be happy human beings also. See what your seniors are doing, what sort of study abroad opportunities we are providing. If you have any dreams to go to a good foreign university, we are there to give you a free semester exchange. You don't have to pay anything extra if you are doing good. Just on that same fees, you can study abroad. We are among the top 700 universities of the world. I am not comparing myself with any institution in India. I generally, people ask me, sir, how is Jindal in comparison to this, that? I simply say, please see three things. Who is teaching you? How is he teaching you? And what is he teaching you? These three important. Who is teaching you? How is he teaching you? And what is he teaching you? These are the three things which will determine and help you to understand and differentiate between the two colleges or any two choices if you have. And whichever is able to offer you something more, go ahead with it. That's a calculation. As simple. So with that, I would thank all of the joinees who are here until now. It's 9:30. And thank you, Professor Sanjeev, for giving your valuable time. And dear
Thank you,
students,
Vikram.
we
Thank you so
feel
much.
we try to meet up all your expectations to help you understand the Jindal University culture, the program of financial markets. And I can assure you one thing, if you don't compromise on your commitment and consistency, we are there and we both will shine together. You just need to have confidence on yourself and always sail with the wind. See what the future is holding. Do not do any 17th, 18th century practices. The problem of our Indian education system is we want to go into the 22nd century. We are living in the 20th century, but we are following the practices of 17th and 18th century. Still, we try to evaluate a person, a student, on the basis of how much percent marks you got in class 10th. I am very much against all these practices. I always say that if you have got 70% in 10th, it doesn't mean you can do better in your life. Or even if you have got 90% in your 12th, it doesn't mean you are future ready. Your personality, your communication, your confidence, your attitude, your behavior, everything determines you to be a good employee for the future. So with that, my closing remarks are there. Be happy, stay safe, and do not hesitate to have any questions to ask from us. You follow us on the official Facebook page of Jindal Global Business School. There is a video library section on the main website. If you open the Jindal Business website, there is a section of video gallery. I have specifically worked for having certain videos from the faculty members on certain subjects. Why do we teach psychology? Why do we teach media and society? Why do we teach public policy? You should understand what is the relevance of those courses in your curriculum. See what your seniors have been doing over there. What are their achievements? And that will give you a motivation that if I'm coming to Jindal, what all can I take from here? All the best. Thanks for joining. And I, along with my colleague, Professor Sanjeev, wish you all the best for your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Vikram.
Thank you, everyone. And thanks to all my colleagues from my IT department. Ajay, you have always been a big support for such sessions. You are equally present with us. Thank you for arranging this session. Thank you, dear students and parents. And we are here. If you have anything to discuss, you are most invited to come to the campus. We are open on Saturdays and Sundays also. If in case you are planning a visit, do let us know and you are welcome to see this beautiful place. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, Atharv. Bye.